Welcome to Workshop Software. Today I want to show you some really great new features that have been implemented into the system to enable an even more streamlined and productive business. The first thing that I want to show you is the ability to actually void a processed invoice. So I'm just going to jump into Mia's open invoice that I have here in my job center. And if I just scroll down, I'm going to process her invoice as normal for $166. That's now been processed and finalized. Now let's say that we put that through wrong, or we need to redo it and we need to add something onto it. Really easy way is if I just scroll down, I can now actually void that invoice. And that's now voided that entire invoice. The other thing that I wanted to show you is if I actually go back into their customer file and customer history, that invoice will also have been voided. And you can see here that the last invoice was for $100 on the 9th, so that invoice therefore has now been voided. This also applies to supplier invoices as well, so it's just allowing for that flexibility. If you do happen to put through an incorrect invoice, you can now void it. The other great new feature that I wanted to show you is the reminders. So we now have, of course, our service and our registration, but we also have a really great new feature for our New Zealand clients, which is our warrant of fitness. We also have the ability to be able to send out those reminders automatically to a specific day before the due date is coming up. So if I come into my settings here in the menu to the left, I'm going to jump into my company settings. And you'll see here the reminder section. So I have that yes, I would like my reminders to be sent automatically. I also can set a date that I would like to put in there for the number of days before renewal date to send the reminders. So I could put 14 days, I could put 30. As an example though, we've popped 7 days. We also have here, of course, our service message and our registration message, but again, for our New Zealand clients, we have the option here to put our warrant of fitness renewal message as well. The other really great thing with this as well is it can either send a text or an email, and this depends on the customer's preferred method of contact. So when you go into your customer details, you'll have a preferred method of contact set to text or email. They will receive their service message reminders. Now, just in case you're wondering where that warrant of fitness date is derived from for those vehicles, if I jump into my vehicle listing here, and I'll just double click into this vehicle, you'll now notice that you have a warrant of fitness due date here. So you can then select that date, and that's where the service message and the reminders will be drawn from and sent to the customer. The other feature that I wanted to show you within Workshop Software is if I just jump back into my company settings, you'll see here that we now have the ability to add additional vehicle groups, so body types. At the moment we've got our standard system types, trailers, trucks and articulated. So this again provides a flexibility to workshops out there that aren't the generic mechanical workshop. They don't work on just vehicles. They work on things like trailers, they work on caravans, they might work on agricultural equipment. So it gives that flexibility and it allows us to add in any body types that are required from our workshops that are out there using Workshop Software. So a really great new feature, and we always ask for feedback and suggestions, and of course if you can send through any body types that you would like to see in our vehicle groups. Now the other feature that I want to show you is if I just jump into my company profile, so we'll find that up with the welcome where our company name will be. And you can see here that you actually now have two options for your logos. The company icon is what will appear in the software system. So as you can see here, we have welcome, our workshop name and our logo. If you would like a logo with a little bit more detail, such as a number or an address to appear in your invoice, you can now upload that in the company letterhead. As you can see, you can then have the alternative company icons and company letterhead. The other thing here as well, and just in regards to all of the reminders, you've got your SMS available here where you can actually buy your SMS for 12 cents an SMS. So there are a couple of the really great new features that we have implemented into the system, and I really hope that you love using them and you get a lot of use out of them. I'm sure that you will. They're fantastic features to streamline your business. Thank you.